So whenever we actually get paid to do these things, because I'm like, just like we mentioned last week, the goal now, I think, for both of us is if we could pursue these things in addition to and not have the side hustles. This is all we do. The shows, the films, the short films, traveling to the film festivals, things. Even now, I would always like to pick up, and I did this for a little while. I didn't get paid, though, was the movie reviewing for Relevant Magazine. I did that for about a year until they discontinued. They didn't need volunteers anymore. So, but that was a lot of fun. And that would be a good side hustle to have because you could, they just send you a copy of the movie or TV show. You write about it, on to the next.
You got to start a blog.
Yeah.
Start a blog. Maybe someone will see it, or at least you can use it to say, hey, here's what I've done before.
Well, it was funny. I think I told you yesterday, as part of the silly little promos that I make with the posters, is what helped me get the social media job.
Oh, all right.
Because she'd seen some of the things on the Facebook page, and then had went to YouTube. I don't know which videos she checked out or anything, but she did mention a couple of those little posters, and she said she thought they were funny, and that I would be able to do a good job and get the word out with their store. So I'll be doing their Instagram, their Facebook, their Snapchat, in addition to selling their online merchandise through their website.
Yeah.
So it could be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, it's just new. It's new tools you can add to your toolbox.
Yeah. And I also thought about, since it's like a kid store, like kid clothing, that I can make some commercials, for the store. And I could also, I'm pretty good at, as you've seen, pretty decent about marketing with the tools that I have about like getting the word out, on the show, like the local shows. So I could do that too. And I'm telling you, I don't know if you've done any of the local shows, but they're fun to do. Like if you go on, like, they're fun to do.
I did one show one time, and it was one of the coolest things I've ever done.
Which show was it? What
it
show
was this show called Living in the Heart of Virginia.
Okay.
It was out of Lynchburg, and it was for our feature film that we had just finished shooting.
Okay.
And me and the main actor got on there, and it was cool because we just got to talk about it. But, I was so relaxed, and it was so natural. It was so cool. But then I did the sketch show a few years later, and I was like, oh, this would be a great thing to jump on here about. And they wouldn't take me. But I don't promote my stuff as near as much as I should.
Well, there's been a couple of times I don't get on every time that I mention. I've been on, and the first couple of times that I had one on, it was a little nerve-wracking, and once the camera went on, I just kind of went into, I'm acting in this scenario, So, but after that, it's pretty easy. I always try to go on with some kind of joke, some kind of silly joke. But like one time I went on for Virginia Running, and I think it was WJHL back in 2013. I said that when I was actually, making the movie, that I was homeless living on the street. And then they got like a really sad look on their face. I was like, no, I'm just kidding. And then I would move on. So I would do, just a little joke to put everyone at ease. And I would do it early enough to know, hey, I can bounce some jokes off the host if I can, if they laugh. Or if you ever get a laugh from the camera person, that's kind of fun. I did once. But I got to be honest, the audience at the morning shows typically aren't the audience that's watching my sketches.
Well, you never know.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
the good thing is that everybody posts a lot of that stuff nowadays.
Yeah, and it's typically an older audience that watches morning, like those kind of shows. So I do have a loyal, older fan base. I'm pretty popular with the plus 56 crowd.
Well, that's... Hey, you got to have somebody.
Go
ahead.
I was going to say, like 13 and below, like little kids, like they'll watch some of this stuff, like Maggie stuff or Natalie stuff. And then the older folks, we just need the 18 to 34 demographic.
Which is funny because that's like the demographic that I like the most. I don't know what any of my stuff plays to. I'm like, I just do it, and I'm like, I hope people like it. But I never like I have an intention, but I never really know how to target people. I know some people they're like, oh, this is hot for this group, and this is hot for this
Yeah.
group. I don't know. I think it's fun to me, so I just do it.
Well, I always found it very interesting that on WEBR that we had a larger female audience than male audience. And that's just taken, I don't know that 100%, but from the feedback that I got over the years. And I just always found that weird because I never thought the topics we talked about were really, would cater to, like, would be more appealing to females more. You know what I mean?
You know, I don't know.
But we
I
did have
think that
Talitha. We had Talitha quite a few times.
yeah,
So
I think there's a lot more crossover between male and female topics than we
ever
originally
realized.
thought. Yeah, I think
I
that's
think
something
so
we're
too.
definitely learning the older we get.
I think so too.
They like that potty humor that we used to do back in the day.
Well, see, it's weird. We've matured a
I
lot
know.
of it, haven't we? Like we don't. I was thinking of that yesterday. I was just randomly standing in the grocery store, and just the thought about how we had matured on the show came into my mind. Something that I heard somebody say in the grocery aisle made me think of it. Was kind of what it was. Like whatever they said made me think about something on the show on WMMT,
Hmm.
and somehow made me think about, which I think about the show. I think about the show every single day. So that was an interesting show. We kind of did a quick show. We had some we broach more serious topics now
What did
than
you
we
say?
used to.
We what?
Broach.
Brooch. Isn't that one of those things that you wear on your?
I think it's a dual meaning word.
Oh, I don't know. I don't. Your vocabulary is way beyond mine.
I might be wrong though. If I'm wrong, I'm going to know though, because I don't want to. I'm always afraid. Okay.
Whenever I use a large word that I don't know, I always say it in a funny way. So that way, in case it doesn't
Right.
deliver how it's supposed to, I can always play it off.
So it's the little thing that you wear,
Yeah.
and also to raise a sensitive or difficult subject for discussion,
All right.
or
I shouldn't have
to
doubted you.
pierce to draw liquor. I guess to pierce a flask and liquor pours out. I don't know. That's the second definition, but I didn't know that one. So
Yeah. All right.
still learning.
Cool. All right.
But yeah, we're a show that's always maturing and learning here on the other people's show. But
That's
without
for
any
sure.
further ado, I am Adam,
And I'm Jake.
and we are the Other People Show. Catch everyone later.
See ya.